This is Radio Fresh.
You're listening to the Radio Fresh News.
Welcome to Radio Fresh's 9 o'clock news bulletin. You're here with Alex, Pat and Mike to inform you what's happening in Berkshire.
Record-breaking amounts of ice in London causing serious injuries all over the city. Countless ambulance calls have been made during this weather crisis, but obviously the roads are too dangerous for emergency services to be running. The government is trying to come up with solutions on how to solve this, but due to the shortage of grit, not much is being done to prevent this. Hear what some angry Londoners have to say. It's just amazing how many people fell over in London recently.
I just wish that something could be done to prevent this ice, to be honest. I've had enough of it.
I fell over 5 times walking to work this morning. Unbelievable.
England just can't cope with this weather. Our whole city has come to a standstill.
Over to Pat now, with a strange yet interesting story.
If you thought Dr. Dolittle was fiction, you're wrong.
A scientist friend has recently discovered a way to translate the
Brainwaves of an animal into
human language. Mike Jenkins, a 52-year-old animal researcher
from Whitley, goes to Buckingham Palace
this afternoon to receive his OBE for animal studies.
He was quoted saying, "For many years now,
I've been trying to look at what animals are trying to say. Now we can
finally know how to treat pets such as cats and dogs
in certain situations and learn to train them correctly."
Thousands of animal lovers will be
crowding around Buckingham Palace to congratulate Dr. Jenkins on his recent work.
And now on to the main news headlines in Berkshire.
On the 22nd of February in Little Sandhurst, 17-year-old Stephen Ball was found dead by an early morning dog walker at the cold hour of 4 o'clock in the morning. It was revealed that the students at Sandhurst School and part-time sales assistants at the cooperative in Crowthorne were stabbed several times whilst walking home from a late-night shift. Stephen was found with no mobile phone or money. The contents of his wallet were scattered around the scene, with only membership cards and photos in sight. All the valuables have been taken either before or after the attack. Later in the day, Stephen's parents were called to the scene to confirm his identity, because was called to the scene to start his investigation.
This obviously is a traumatic time for family, friends, and also villagers in the local area. It occurred at the early hours of this morning. But if anyone has any information about the attack, please report to the Thames Valley Police Service immediately. Your accounts matter. Pandemonium at sorting offices all over Berkshire these past couple of days, due to the Royal Mail going on strike. Due to a series of strikes since November, people all over the Berkshire area have been missing out on vital letters and bills, causing problems all over the county. Manager of Bracknell Sorting Office, Stephen Parker, was interviewed this week and was quoted saying, "Until people respect what we do, we don't see why we can't have our say back. Over years we have been given the relatively unfair wages for one of the most demanding jobs. Post has been a common feature to our lifestyle for decades." It seems this quote was rather true, and struck a few chords as members of the public speak out about how this strike has affected them. This is Radio Fresh. You're back in the studio with Mike, Alex and Pat. Here's sport and traffic.
Exciting day for football last night. Derby rivals Crowthorne and Sandhurst played last night only for a game to be called off after 68 minutes normal time. Gary Lewis clattered into Sandhurst Robbie Stack with a two-footed tackle from behind. This provoked a scrap between both sides, brawling for at least 5 minutes until referee Stuart King abandoned the game. The FA are looking into the matter and considering a ban for Stack, and also a replay that will take place on Wednesday in Crowthorne.
On to tennis. Champion Susan Gates wins the County Grand Slam for the 3rd year in a row. Gates, a 28-year-old ladies single champion, beat Mary Baker, a 30-year-old competitor, 2-1 to retain her silverware and champion title for another year.
Hello and welcome to Radio Fresh Traffic. The traffic today is going to be mayhem. All of this cold weather that we are experiencing at the moment is making roads extremely dangerous due to ice covering them. My advice would be to avoid driving as much as you possibly can. Obviously, if you have important places to be, like school and college, then you have no choice in the matter. However, I would advise you only to use main roads as they will have already been cleared by grit trucks. But try to avoid minor roads as they will not yet have been cleared and will be very dangerous. All roads should be cleared by the weekend, assuming that this is the last of this cold weather we are experiencing. However, in the meantime, all public transport will be up and running for your use.
You're listening to Radio Fresh. Check it out.